Tonight, is rap music just gibberish?
He's from another planet, I think. I mean,
it's time to debate the music right here on Crossballs.
Comedians posing as experts.
Pot is good for everyone.
Women are designed for sex.
Hunting is self-defense.
I drive drunk all the time.
Debating real people.
I'm not gay.
It's totally immoral.
Who don't know the show is fake.
That's a lie. You're an idiot.
Die.
Out of the crossfire, beyond hardball. This is Crossballs.
I'm Chris Tallman. Tonight's topic, the raging music wars. Joining us now is music producer Maddie Moran. Also with us is musician and music critic Jonah Flicker. Question of the day. More people voted for the last American Idol than the last president of the United States. Why is it so popular, and what effect has this had on the state of music in America? Jonah.
the state of the music industry today is one of mass consumption, and it sort of underestimates the intelligence of the average listener, and people eat it up. It's like McDonald's, you know?
All right, so it's sort of like disposable music. What do you think about that, Maddie?
Well, I think we're in a creative renaissance, you know. This is the best the music industry's ever been. We had NSYNC break all records about 3 years ago. Britney Spears broke solo album records. These are the best artists that have ever been in music, and the numbers don't lie. That's what I always say, numbers don't lie.
What about different styles of music? Like, what about something like punk right now? How do you feel about that?
I think that the resurgence of punk rock is actually, it's really not punk rock.
Yes,
I mean,
it's really punk rock. It's real punk rock. The best punk band ever is playing right now. Good Charlotte is the best punk band ever.
It's a punk boy band. That's not punk rock.
They know how to be punks. They know how to style. They have mohawks. They have the eye makeup.
So
those guys know how to be punk.
Punk rock is just about fashion and style.
Why don't you pay $10 more and buy a cool outfit like I'm wearing? This is cool, man.
Is that cool? What do you think of what he's wearing?
This is way cool.
What do you think of what he's wearing? Be honest. You're a critic.
He looks like Justin Timberlake wannabe. Like Justin Timberlake's 12-year-old brother.
I find that a compliment. You look like a garbage man wannabe.
All right. We don't need to trade insults.
He started that.
A lot of musicians are making the transition to acting and vice versa. Is there a difference between performing on stage and on screen? Maddie.
Actors make the best musicians. That's being shown over.
Whoa!
That's shown over and over again right now. I mean,
give some examples. I'm curious, please.
Gina Gershon, Lindsay Lohan, Hilary Duff, the girl from Sopranos, Corey Feldman, or was it Corey Haim? Tina Yothers.
Talk about going back.
I don't know all these guys' names. The guy who played Tuvok on one of those Star Trek episodes, he has a jazz trio. These guys are excellent. Why? Because they know how to perform. Look at all the most popular people out there. Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears. Why are they good? They were child actors. They know how to perform.
Is there any truth to that?
I don't think that's true at all. I think when you have hungry musicians who are, that's what they do, and you're in a band, you want to make it. You don't have a background like that.
Bacon Brothers, Hasselhoff.
Let me finish. You come to it with a... In Germany, he's very popular.
That's right. So what's wrong with
overseas? He's a big star.
Yeah, it's, you know.
Let's move on. Mr. Moran was fired from his job at a major record label because of the way he auditioned singers. We've edited down some footage of Mr. Moran auditioning performers. Let's take a look at that.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low.
This is what I'm saying. Is that first of all, listen, baby, and let us know, you know, with your ear. Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high. You know what I'm saying? So let's just jump right in. Let's just right. Well, just let us. I don't call it doing that with my hands. I call it singing. Ain't no valley low. Like we need to understand. We need to understand that you understand what the words are. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What do you mean?
Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low.
All right. Do you not want to do this? Do you not want to listen?
It's not very cheesy to me to do all the hand motions.
It's not cheesy. I'm a producer, and I've produced several big acts. And when you sing, you're supposed to illustrate what the lyrics are. People are lost. They don't think you believe it. It's not cheesy at all. Tell that to Whitney Houston. You see what I mean?
Okay, I'll do that.
Well, I just want you to sing. And I think you're trying to show off with your vocals too much, and you really need to sing.
All right, Jonah, what do you think of that?
Those poor girls, they're so nervous, and you're trying to show them how to sing. You're giving these like bizarre.
I'm trying to teach them.
What are you trying to teach them there? What is
People
that?
find it irritating when you sing about things you don't illustrate what you're talking about.
So you're talking about like when singers are like go like that.
Exactly. Those are good singers. That's on American Idol.
Okay.
Ain't no mountain high enough. Show me how high it is. Show me where the valley is.
All right, next topic. Only within the last 4 years has hip-hop been given real recognition at the Grammys. Is rap as valid an art form as other genres of music? Maddie?
Of course not.
Why?
Rap is terrible. It's not.
Really?
It's not music. Well, rap really isn't music. It's just when I found out in the Grammys that they were giving it a new category, I was like, you might as well give gibberish a category.
What?
This is what I always say. If you can't understand the lyrics, it's not music. Well, you might as well just be singing ooga booga booga because that's all I can understand.
Whoa! I feel sorry for you. I think it's ignorant. I think you come from a sheltered background of maybe not being exposed to people of different cultures and different races and everything.
We gave them the blues.
He said we gave them.
Do you realize that most? I mean, the fact of the matter is, rock and roll was started by black people.
That's
it was
not true.
It was stolen
it was
from black
started by
people.
Elvis.
I mean, the
Everybody
Rolling
knows
Stones. Elvis, the Rolling Stones, they appropriated this form of music
They made
from
it good.
musicians
People didn't
who
understand
would never be recognized
People didn't
because
understand
of their
it, and those people you named just look. I don't hate all rap music. There are good rappers. There's Eminem is fantastic. And this is why you know why? Because he's an actor. He's an actor, and that's why he's so great.
You know, there's some good qualities about him in terms of doing something different, about being creative. But let's be honest, the only reason why he's as popular as he is because he's a white rapper, because he's safe.
Nah, there's other good ones. Bubba Sparks is a great rapper. Limp Bizkit's the best rap band out right now.
Oh, my God. Next up, are music pirates making musicians walk the plank?
I'm not a pirate, man. Pirates are gay. I'm like a modern-day Robin Hood, dude.
Step 2. Welcome back. Tonight's topic, the raging music wars. Joining us now is lead singer of the band Ritual, Mike Day, and an expert on file sharing, Jerry Michaels. Is it stealing to download music for free? Mike.
If it's copyrighted material, yes, absolutely.
Okay, and why is that?
You put your resources, your time, your money, your effort, your heart, your soul into the music, you know. And the main issue, of course, is cost. You know, it's not free to produce this stuff.
You guys have been ripping us off for way too long. I consider myself like a vigilante fighting injustice. The general attitude of musicians today, nowadays, they're really selfish. They think they can get away with anything. They think they can do anything. They think all I got to do is go rock out for a little while, go get rich, get my house, stick my baby out of a window, and touch some kid on the butt with lupus.
I think that
that's what you're doing, Drew. I just gave you examples of what you guys are doing, man.
And that's an overgeneralization.
We're talking over to Mr. Michaels believes in his cause so strongly that he's edited together a video on his website, and he considers this a call to action. Let's take a look at that.
Piece of crap that costs 10 cents to make, $20. Downloading 20 songs, $10,000 fine. Giving the recording industry what they deserve, priceless, bitch. This is payback for 20 years of taking our money.
would see the piracy. Do you actually think that you're, you know, hitting the head of Warner Brothers or hitting the head of Sony?
Clay,
No.
he was hitting the head of Clay Aiken with a dong, and that wasn't respectful.
This is my art. This is my job, man. I'm no different from a DJ who's putting songs together. What do they call it? A sampling. I take music and I re-record it. That's an art, man. It's on my... Yeah, I re-record it, and it's on... I did it on my stereo, so it's my music now, dude.
We have with us some tracks of Mr. Michael's so-called original music. Now let's take a look.
Why's it gotta be so called, man?
Well, that's just... Let's take a listen, then we'll all decide. Listen up. What'd you think of that?
That was chaos, man. That was a cacophony of songs.
Chaos. Did
you like that? There's a market for that.
You like that?
You thought that was good?
Dude, you don't know anything.
Yes or no? Did you think that was good? Yes, you do think that was good?
It's you know, I mean, why not? Sure, why?
If I pass out on my keyboards, that's good.
We have another track here. This is something you call a retitled song. What is that?
Retitle songs. I take songs and I change them according to how I feel.
Okay, let's take a listen to a retitled song.
I like potatoes. I like potatoes. I like potatoes. I like potatoes. Everybody's enjoying this, man.
They're laughing at you because Duran was a great group and you're disrespecting them.
You know what? I like potatoes, man. I was eating French fries that day, so I'm putting them on.
I want to get a response. Jonah, what do you think of that?
I think he's basically doing what someone like Puff Daddy is doing. You know, I mean, he's taking a song, he's refurbishing it a little bit, but he's not really changing much of it. He's putting some bad vocals on it. It's the same thing.
Now let's listen to another track.
Halle Berry won an Oscar for Monsters Ball. Charlize Theron won one for Monster. And how about that Kate Hepburn? And the indomitable Bette Midler. Okay, so check it out. You see what I did there? The song is called Girls on Film. I gave you facts about girls on film, man.
The point is not, I think, whether you like it or not. It's just the fact that it's out there and that he can do that at home on his computer. That's great. They don't get it.
Those weren't even factoids. Just saying, check out Kate Hepburn is a factoid.
Mike, what's your response to that?
If he's trying to sell the stuff, it's wrong.
Are you selling this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is it wrong?
It's wrong because he's using material that other people produced. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Duran Duran, but that's their music. If you're going to use it to make money for yourself, that's wrong.
All right, next up, censorship. Is the music scene unclean?
I don't like to waste my day away listening to songs about satanic worship and booty calls and anal sex.
Stay tuned. Welcome back. Tonight's topic, the raging music wars. Joining us now via satellite is the head of parents who are concerned about music, Mary Arvin. More than ever before, popular music alludes to frequent references to violence and drugs. Are we doing enough to protect our children from these themes? Mary.
Well, Chris, I certainly don't think so. You know, I know what the 7 major dirty words are, and I keep a watch on what my daughter listens to, but, you know... Who can keep up with the dirty words that are popping out today? I mean, parents shouldn't be expected to know what some of these new sex terms even are. In our research, we came across a song. Listen to this. We came across a song with the title Arabian Goggles. Sounds harmless enough, right? Arabian Goggles turns out to be a vulgar slang term for sexual intercourse that involves the feet and your eyes, of all things. Now, that's all I can say out loud on your television show. Furthermore, I think we have a real problem with the whole boy bands.
Why?
It's a terrifying mindset. I mean, what kind of message is it to show a bunch of hairless, innocent-looking boys singing and talking about sex tight clothing that shows the groinal area. You know, boy bands frankly encourage pedophilia. That's why these bands have names that include boy. Hold on a
This is
second.
way
Hear
out.
me out.
Don't buy the albums. Don't watch the videos if you don't like it.
Sir,
to
you
read
can't
this
walk down the
this is a
street.
free country.
You cannot walk down the street. You cannot drive through Times Square without having a young man's groinal area shoved into your face. Listen to these titles: The Backstreet Boys, Boys to Men, Smooth Young Hairless Boys. They are everywhere, and their pelvises are being thrust in our faces with a snappy beat.
Band called Smooth Young Hairless Boys.
And if you can't handle the responsibility of being a parent, don't be a parent.
Absolutely.
It's coming from a deep, dark, disturbing place inside of you, I think. People like you who are just consumed with sex and profanity, and
It's
I
coming
think
from a
you should
warm-hearted
explore
place
that.
of wanting to protect my child.
All right, Mary, you're actually proposing some changes to the way that, like the age restrictions on music right now, the stickers, right?
Yes, sir. The MPAA has done this with movies, with rating them according to age. We need an age requirement for the things the songs refer to, for lyrical content. If the lyrics talk a lot about sex, okay, about sexual intercourse, then you could not purchase that album unless you were 18, which is the age of consent. It's responsible parenting, and I think the same would follow, for example, if the song referred to excessive alcohol use and partying. That would be a sticker of 21, because you can't drink alcohol until you're 21. If it was excessive violence, that would be a sticker of 18, again, because you can't serve your country in the military in a violent
Isn't that
fashion
slightly
until you're
arbitrary?
18.
You're 18, so you're old enough to go to war, so therefore you're old enough then, I guess, also to listen to a song about, I don't know, a punching or something like that?
Absolutely. You're catching on wonderfully. And, for example, if a song referred to, you know, fast driving, Coupe de Ville or what have you, then you would have to be 16 because you can't get a driver's license until you're 16.
Wait. A song about driving.
Yeah, that would mean you couldn't buy the Fast and Furious soundtrack, which would be terrible.
So,
This sounds like abdicating the responsibility of being a responsible parent to somebody else.
Oh, sir, I can handle being a parent just fine, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Another tactic I'm proposing is to use counteractive messages. For example, if a rap album, okay, has a misogynistic message of hitting women, okay, I'm going to slap my bitch up. My hoe is nasty. What have you, okay? It's out there. You know it is. Then we would have a message immediately following the song saying your mother and sister are women of respect and should be treated that way.
On the album?
Exactly.
How do you do that?
There are 3-second silences in between the songs. That's all I am asking for is the 3-second silence in between these songs.
All right, now you've actually brought with you an example of one of these positive messages that you want to force musicians to put on their albums between songs.
That last song referred to premarital sex. Remember, you never know who is carrying diseases. A tiny cut or cold sore can bring you a lifetime of pain or death.
Great. Mike, you've got your head down on the table. What do you think about that?
I think it's utterly ridiculous.
You think it's ridiculous? Why do you think it's ridiculous?
It's not the place for it at all. I mean, basically, in this country, there isn't a single social ill that can't be solved by education.
Dude, she's obsessed with all that stuff because she needs to get boned.
All right, well, I got to cut you off. Next up are good rock stars, bad role models. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Tonight's topic, the raging music wars. Popular musicians like Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, and George Michael have all been in the news recently for disturbing, illegal, and antisocial behavior. Why are some musicians turning into monsters? Maddie.
Musicians need inspiration. They need their muses, and I think society has to give it to them, if they're good musicians, not the other ones. But certain ones that have proven themselves, like Jimi Hendrix, let him put acid into his forehead if he wants to. You know, if he can play guitar like that. The Beatles, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, obviously about LSD. If they need to do drugs to inspire them, we should allow them to. Even if they have to murder it at certain occasions.
If this is the thinking in the music industry, now you know why the music industry is such a mess. That is
Say what's wrong
ridiculous.
with what I just said.
That is utterly ridiculous.
You don't see they're inspired by drugs?
Inspired by shooting people?
Maybe.
First of all, I think it's blown out of proportion. I don't think there's a higher rate of musicians, indulging in deviant behavior than there is in society. You need to get television ratings. Somebody would want to hear about George Michael getting caught in the bathroom, but some random guy nobody's ever heard of.
Fame is filled with
you
musicians.
talked about George Michael. I think he was probably working on a record when he was in that bathroom in Beverly Hills. It's called Gay Anonymous Sex.
Artists do have to base. I mean, if you're ready.
If George Michael is a very talented musician, you should take that.
But if you look at artists or musicians or just creative people throughout history, it's always sort of attracts the sort of maybe weirder, sort of fringe people who have sort of. I'm not saying child molesting should be one of them, but it's like drugs or.
Matty.
Well, yeah, if you're going to bring up child molestation, it does inspire people. Jerry Lee Lewis, what do you think Great Balls of Fire were about? That was about getting crabs on his balls after sleeping with his cousin.
No.
That's a fact.
No,
read about it.
That's not true.
Hey, look.
That's not true.
If one 7-year-old boy has to go into a room filled with mirrors on the ceiling in order for the king of pop to write a great song like The Man in the Mirror, so be it.
What? Jonah, you cannot agree with that.
That may be the source of inspiration for that song. I don't know.
Oh, my God. All right, I got to catch up. We will see you next time when more experts get caught between the crossballs. Good night.
Tonight on Reno, there's something different about Renisha.
I stand before you, Renisha X. All praises due to Allah.
But will her faith get between her and the Force?
It's a new sheriff in town.
All new Reno 911, tonight at 10:30.
Tonight at 11, a Hollywood icon whose movies have grossed billions. Now there's one final frontier for Tom Cruise to conquer: basic cable fake news. Special guest Tom Cruise on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart tonight at 11 on Comedy Central.